Hey there, you! So today we're going to be talking about this. This is The Virgin Suicides by Jeffrey Eugenides. We're also going to be talking about the movie, which is also called The Virgin Suicides by Jeffrey Eugenides, and it's based on this book. So yeah, let's begin. This book is about 5 sisters, the Lisbon girls, who all commit suicide. And that's not a spoiler because, you know, title gives that away. And also the first line of the book is, "On the morning the last Lisbon daughter took her turn at suicide." So it's kind of given to you straight away, and the book is more about the why, the when, and the how. And this book is not actually seen or through the perspective of the girls, it's through the perspective of these boys that live in the same neighborhood as the girls who are basically obsessed with them. It's partly because, you know, they commit suicide, but it's also because these girls are kind of strange. Their family's different from the other families in the neighborhood. They're different, and they have this kind of air of mysteriousness or mystery to them that just draws the boys on them. They just are obsessed with them, just completely obsessed. And this is a recount. So the boys are actually men now, and they are married and they have children and stuff like that, but they're still thinking about these girls, still obsessed with them, and they're basically telling you the story of what happened when they were boys and when these girls who lived in their neighborhood, who they were obsessed with, committed suicide. So yes, this book is adult, it's contemporary, and it's a modern classic. My favorite things about this book was that I was continually surprised by it, and not in the sense that I was like gasping all the time, not that I gasp while reading books. But what would happen is, you know, the writing in this book was really, really good, and it would be very descriptive, but sometimes for some events or some things, especially the ones that related to the suicides or related to something gritty or unexpected, it would just be like said or written, like just there, just written, and I would kind of read it and keep on reading it and be like, wait, what was that? What? And I think that it was so much better because it didn't have that embellishment. Like, you know, if there was more kind of drama for certain things and more just stuff surrounding certain events, it would have clouded them and made them not as just intense and just as kind of surprising, I guess, as they were. Like, you know, just the fact that they didn't need embellishment and that they didn't have embellishment, it was just really good. I also really liked the character development in this book, or the way that we saw the characters. The way that I see it is that it's kind of like getting to know a friend. You kind of, you know, you slowly get to learn facts about them. We didn't learn everything about these girls straight away, and also we didn't know everything about them because we weren't seeing through the perspective. We were seeing through boys who were obsessed with them. So it was kind of like, you know, learning what stalkers know about people. Like, they didn't have like a really personal relationship with the girls. They had like a, we know all of these certain things about them, and we have all their like certain stuff that they own. So it's kind of like getting to know a friend, but, you know, and you're slowly getting to know them, but before you can get to know them completely and get a full picture of them, they're just taken away from you. They are taken out of your lives, and it really fit with how the book is written, obviously. The other things I really liked about this book is that the boys are obsessed with them, as I've said several times, and just the way that it's written and the way their obsession is told to you, it kind of makes you obsessed with them too. I felt not obsessed, but I just wanted to know why they committed suicide so badly, and I wanted to know more about them, and I was really interested when the boys were telling me about different things, and I kind of was, I like put the book down and I was like, wait a second, Dylan, what's going on here? But yes, really, really liked that still, and I really enjoyed the writing style of this book. It was really unique, really good. It's written in the kind of way, like, it's not one boy who's telling you the story, it's like kind of all of them, or one boy is like, you know, telling you the story of all of them. So, you know, it will say like, we saw the girls through the window, we went down, they did this. So that's how it was kind of written, and I really liked that kind of writing style. My least favorite things about this book, I don't have any really. I didn't really not like anything about this book. I will say though that the suicides are a little bit romanticized. I didn't really think about that while reading it, but afterwards, like, I was kind of like, you know, it was a little bit romanticized. I don't really have a problem with that, but if you do, then maybe you might not want to read this book. And then also, if you don't like depressing books where people commit suicide that has really, really gripping writing and it's kind of intense, then you probably won't want to read this book. But yes, really enjoyed this. It was just it was so amazing. It was so different from any other book I've ever read. I really, really loved it. I give it 5 out of 5. So now let's talk about the movie adaptation that stars Kirsten Dunst as one of the girls and Josh Hartnett as one of the boys who's obsessed with him. This movie adaptation was really, really good. It really captured the mood and the kind of feeling that the book gave you, and it also kept everything that, you know, was in the book, kept it and put it into the movie, so it did a really good job of condensing everything. I really liked the cinematography. It was really good, and the score was amazing. There was a song that was used repeatedly throughout the movie that I really liked, and it was like, when I first heard it, I was like, that is the movie. That is the song that, like, represents how I felt during the movie. I was like, yes, so good. The acting was excellent. It was very subtle and more focused on, like, kind of emotion than dialogue, which I felt reflected the book really well, because, you know, the book was not really focused on dialogue and more focused on the mood and the emotions and things like that. The one thing that I didn't like about the movie was that I felt it oversimplified the reason that the girls committed suicide. I kind of felt like it was like, as a viewer, you would be like, that's the reason that they committed suicide. Oh, okay. Whereas the book was much, much more complicated than that. But other than that, I really, really liked the adaptation. It was really good, really amazing. Go watch it if you liked the book. And yes, I give the adaptation of this book, the movie adaptation, 4 out of 5. So that is my book and movie review of The Virgin Suicides. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you want me to do more kind of book to movie adaptation video type things, then tell me in the comment section below, and also tell me what you thought about the book or the movie if you watched either of them, or if you're gonna pick them up. Tell me, because I'd love to know. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.